Good morning and welcome to my kitchen. Today I would like to make tomato soup with rice. As a kid, I had soups almost every day, and tomato with rice was my favorite. It might not be exactly the same way that I ate it in Poland, traditional way, but pretty similar. As I grew up, of course, my taste buds opened up and I wasn't as picky anymore as I was when I was a kid. So that made me think, oh, those spices, those are interesting, and connecting different things and creating my own flavors. So it will be similar, but not exactly. I will kind of blend few things in one from what I learned here in the United States and what I used to have in Poland. Usually when I cook soups, I make my own chicken broth or bone broth, beef broth, whatever broth you like, you can make. I make them from scratch, meaning I use meat. I usually mix chicken and some beef with a bone, which gives me more flavor. And once it starts simmering, I leave it for like 45 minutes with vegetables like carrots, parsnip, celery, onions. And once 45 minutes passes, 45 minutes to an hour, then I start putting all the other veggies in. If you cook your soup on slow simmering, the more flavor the soup will have on the end. If you do not want to play with the time and you prefer to use chicken stock that you bought from store, beef or bone broth, like whatever broth you like, you can use that instead, and your soup will be ready faster. So what I need today for that soup, besides the meat and veggies that I put in my pot already, some carrots, tomatoes, fire roasted tomatoes in a can. I love the flavor of fire roasted tomatoes. That is something I really do enjoy. And onion, some spices like Italian seasoning, garlic, salt, pepper, a little bit of soy sauce. And on the end, if I want to thicken that soup up, I will use some tomato paste and half and half or heavy whipping cream. This is something that I crave. I had it for a long time, so I decided why not share it with you guys and put it on my YouTube channel. Tomato soup today. Welcome to my kitchen and thank you for watching. I like to cook soups from scratch, so I have pieces of meat in that water with 1 tablespoon of salt, carrots, parsnip, onion, celery stick. And this will simmer for about 45 minutes before I start putting any vegetables in. If you decide to go ahead with store-bought, whatever broth you want, then of course you will save some time and you can skip the first part. Okay, so again, pot with that meat and veggies for that broth. And what I want to start with is carrots, diced carrots. I want to roast them a little bit on a pan, which brings more flavor, maybe like 4 or 5 minutes, and then I will add celery stick to it. Okay, and now the celery, another 3 minutes or so, and then I will put those veggies into that pot. Okay, using the same pan. Now time for the onions. And you can use either olive oil or some butter. Okay, couple minutes and I can add chopped fresh tomatoes. Okay, now I want to simmer it for maybe 5-6 minutes. And a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, some Italian seasoning, and a tablespoon of tomato basil pesto. Such a wonderful flavors here. So this soup is just for me. My husband is out of town right now and my children absolutely won't touch it. So this is all for me. I can eat it 3 days straight. I love these flavors. So much aroma coming out of that. So now time for the garlic. I have 2 cloves of the garlic. You can use 1 if you're not a big fan of it. I love garlic. So for me, 2 is just right. And the last thing I need here is a little bit of soy sauce. Okay, I can turn it off. I need this to cool off now. This will go in a blender with the fire roasted tomatoes to make the soup more creamy. Okay, so those tomatoes cooled off enough that I can put it in the blender now. So that's the flavor of that soup here. I will let it simmer for a few minutes now before I put that rice in. So rice, and then make it creamier and soup is done. Okay, I will let it simmer now for a few minutes before I put the rice in. After rice is al dente, then I will make the cream using heavy whipping cream and some tomato paste. And soup will be ready. Of course, salt, pepper, soy sauce. You gotta taste it and see if you need anything else for your taste buds. Okay, now it is time for the rice. And one thing that you have to pay attention to is when you cook your rice, look at the instructions, and then when it says 10 minutes, don't actually cook it 10 minutes, cook it 8. Because once you turn it off, the rice will still be cooking in your hot soup. So if you overcook the rice, it will be very mushy soup for you. You can cook the rice separate in water and then put it together in the soup. But if you choose to put the rice in soup, remember, whatever the instruction says, if it says 12 minutes, make it 9 or 10. Cook it al dente a little bit because the rice will still be cooking in your hot soup even though you turn it off. And I'm gonna put about 1 cup for this big pot. And that should be enough. Okay, rice is al dente, the way I want it. And here I have mixed together a cup of heavy whipping cream, 2 tablespoons of flour. You can use either all-purpose or potato flour, but potato flour, use just 1. Potato flour has more starch, so it will thicken your soup faster, quicker. And 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. So I blended it, and now it's time to thicken my soup. If you want to add basil, parsley, any herbs, then you can do it now. Taste it, see if you have enough salt, pepper, soy sauce, Italian seasoning, and enjoy. Smacznego. Thank you for watching. The light is not the best here in my house. Like I said, it is gloomy day, rainy season. It's hard to see. I apologize. If I turn off the lights, I don't know if it's going to even help a little bit. But soup is ready to eat. I will have a nice lunch in a little bit. Thank you, guys. Hi again. I have decided to put a little clip together for those of you who are wondering why I have this bump on my hand. And when I move my hand, it becomes bigger or smaller, it moves around. This is a ruptured muscle, and I know it's very visible. I have it because I was in a car accident about 5.5 years ago, and I do not remember the accident. I woke up in a hospital a couple days later, and slowly things were coming together. I am very thankful I do not remember it because I might be afraid of driving, and I feel comfortable driving a car right now. My husband and I, we were just driving on the main street, and someone was coming from a side street, not paying attention to the stop sign, driving pretty fast, straight into our car. The car was damaged, not drivable. I had broken ribs. Some of my backbones were cracked. That was the other thing, the ruptured muscle, and of course, bruises. The worst thing though was I was pregnant, 5 months pregnant with my daughter. And at the time in the hospital, my husband was told by the doctors that my chances of survival are about 10%. And for my daughter, probably zero. So that was the worst thing, the stress. The rest of the pregnancy, I had to sleep on that hospital bed in my own house, not laying down, but kind of sitting and worried, just worried about how the baby's doing, if the baby's going to be okay or not. Even today, with all the technology, nobody can tell you 100% if you're gonna have a healthy baby after something like this or not. But she is. She is just bunch of energy, crazy little girl. She cannot sit still. She keeps me on my toes. So again, if you wonder why I'm so skinny and I do eat everything I bake, because I run after her. I run after her morning till night. So she gives me all the exercise I need. I don't need any gym. I have gym at home. If I wanted to fix that muscle, I could. The doctor can sew the muscle together, and it will take about 6 to 8 weeks me being in a cast. So I'll be exchanging my bump for a scar. And for me, this is not worth it. It doesn't hurt me, doesn't bother me. There are more important things in life than, little something like this. And I decided it's okay. I can live with that. But again, I know it's visible, and some of you might wonder, like, what is this? So this is the explanation. That's why I have this bump, and it's gonna stay with me until the day I die. I'm happy I'm alive right now because, like I said, 10% chances of survival, and for my baby, zero. I'm thankful I'm alive. I'm pretty healthy. I love the baking. I love the cooking, and I have 2 healthy children. So there's lots to be thankful for. Just wanted to let you know why, and wish you a great day, great weekend, and happy baking. Thank you.